Welcome, Cancer, to 9 Levels Life Purpose Guidance. I'm here to do your monthly reading for the month of October 20 and 22. Welcome back, Cancer. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would very appreciate it. And keep in mind, these are general readings, so it may or may not resonate with all of you. Take what does and leave the rest. So, Cancer, I was pulling some oracle cards, earth magic, angel oracle cards, soul's journey, and runen, as well as romance, angel oracle cards, and tarot cards. So, let's get started with the runen card. I was pulling Gibo. It talks about gratitude. So, about, a gift like being thankful for what is, or receiving kindness and also giving kindness. It is something like where you are being appreciated. So you have that in the reverse, so it might talk about like your inner gratitude, or that something is blocking kindness in a way. So let's see what the earth magic oracle cards have to show and to say. So you have the crystals focus in the reverse, the green man in the reverse, cave and iceberg upright. So what I can see here, the color violet in the first card and the focus card talks about your crown chakra. So, like being very close to spirit and recognizing your soul, like being very connected to spirit, kind of like. And in the reverse, it can mean like either you're very focused inwards, or it might be blocked as well. With the green man, the synergy in the reverse, it can talk about, that you feel imbalanced with your environment. So you not feel very connected at the moment. Maybe it is because you're very busy, and you're very focused somewhere else, like having a lot to do at work, or you have a lot to do with your family. You have to be there for your family at the moment. So these can be all reasons why you are in a little bit of an imbalance. What I also see with the cave, it as I said, it talks more about leaving kind of like a history for your future generations. So you're working on something where you can also leave something for the next generation, for your family. With the iceberg upright, it is like something where it might be a challenge for you. It might be, a lot of work what is ahead. And you can't really clearly see what is in front of you. This can also be that what the crystal, the focus card in reverse is indicating, kind of like, because the iceberg, when you see an iceberg, how much do you really see? Like 90% of the ice is under the water, so you can't really see how big it is. So you kind of like go through something where you know you do not really see clearly the way, but you gonna walk it anyways. With the Soul's Journey card, let's go over there. It is Guilt in reverse, and it talks about, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So maybe there are some, feelings you should release to move forward in your soul's purpose. With the Love Oracle card, it talks about I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So you're having kind of like your heart on the right place, right? So you're still you walking towards your goal, but always with love and passion. With the relationships in reverse, it talks about I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So maybe you're experienced. You also see the violet in this card. Um, like some friends and family members there are were kind of like hindering you to follow your purpose, or like being deeper connected with spirit, and you're kind of like looking back probably and searching out, sorting out what serves you, and what doesn't. With the envy card, you probably in the reverse, you probably experienced that kind of energy as well. It talks about I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So maybe not everybody, had empathy or compassion to your situation, but that also helped you to, to see clear what supports you, your soul's growth, or not. With the imagination in the reverse, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So, with that being said, it's kind of like, if you are talking about imagination, you also have to find time, right? Like for creativity, for plans. If you're always being busy and working on something else, it it's gonna be a challenge for you to have the power, or a good power in imaginations. So let's jump over to the Romans Oracle cards. It says you should love yourself first. So your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Maybe there is some work for you, Cancer, to really like love yourself first, before you love everybody else, but not yourself first. What it also says with the flirt card, extend your like heart, that energy, to others. So it you know it might be good for you to start with yourself before you start flirting with others. It's especially for those who are single, I guess, or if you are in a relationship, because the next one is in the reverse and it talks about healing family issues. um your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So maybe there was some situations, or you had life experiences where you know you saw how it was with your parents, or you went through situations with your parents, what has to do with love and relationships, of course. But you also experienced certain reactions or behaviors where you or should, like, start with yourself, with loving yourself first, and then you gonna start healing the relationships with you and others. All right, let's jump over to the tarot cards, Cancer. Let's get started with the first card. It is the Ten of Pentacles, Cancer. So this is actually a pretty good card to start with. The Ten of Pentacles is in general like a card talking about family and generations, manifestations. It is, the time of harvest for you. It can also, the card shows three generations, and also with an older person, it is the Hermit. Could be a Virgo you're dealing with, like a grandfather, and you see a couple and the kids playing with the dog, so maybe you have also pets. It is, a card what talks about people, places, and things you hold near and dear you. With the Swords in the reverse, it talks about interrupted travel plans, or you were trying to move forward, but the other party or the other person were unwilling. Um, so it can also talk about to make alternative plans. With the Justice, your first major arcana card in the upright, it is, being between the High Priestess and the Hierophant. So your intuition and the connection to the higher power. It talks about balance and in integration. It can also talk about dealing with another air sign, a Libra. It is a card of clarity and articulation. So, making judgments about yourself and others. Um, talking. It talks about what is important for you, your work and the effort, and also the results you will receive. With the Page of Wands upright, it is, a very young energy, an adventurous energy, very energetic, having an energetic personality. This is kind of like a card when passion unfolds. So it talks about excitement, and it kind of like has all your attention. So it can also talk about that you are dealing with a fire sign, or you have also fire in your chart. Um, it can talk about a starting. Starts like with creativity and manifestation into the real world, kind of like. So it are grand adventures ahead. With the Seven of Swords, though, upright, it talks about illusion, criminal activities. So somebody sneaks away unnoticed, or that's what the person is thinking. So, it can talk about the past, present, and future of the situation, though. So it maybe was already a situation you've been through. So you experienced, somebody was saying, "Hey, let's do this," and it was somebody who maybe were stabbing you in the back, or it can also be like, indicator stroke of luck. So it says in overall, you should get rid of things what you don't need. Um, so moving forward with only what is essential to you. With the Five of Pentacles upright, it talks about the dark night of the soul. You see bandaged people, a couple in a snowstorm. So there's salvation being given, but only for those who where it gets seen, right? So it can talk about, the downsides and the rough patches of a long-term relationship also. And it is a loss, but not the end, Cancer. So hope and salvation for those who see in that words, in that matter, say. With the Page of Swords in the reverse, it talks about ignoring the signs right in front of you. So maybe you saw something coming and you were saying, I don't really know if that's correct what's going on, or you had a feeling but you were not really, you couldn't imagine, right? So anyways, with the Page of Swords in the reverse, it is kind of like a card what should remind you to take the moment to slow down. So analyze the present circumstances and don't rush too fast to conclusions before you don't have all the informations. With the Moon card upright, it can talk about that you're dealing with another water sign like a Pisces, or it can also talk about dreams, or your intuition is like being in an overload mode, cause those situations. So learning that situations can be difficult, but especially when you try to stay in your comfort zone. So learning to move on still with the up and downs, like the ebb and flows, right? and try to stay centered during those times. It is kind of like the push and pull of your instincts. So, with the Queen of Wands, it can talk about somebody who's it can be a fire sign, especially in Aries you're dealing with. It can be a person who's might be jealous. It can talk about sabotage. So energies were used for the wrong reasons, kind of like, and also there's a taste of bitterness in that. So maybe there's that's somebody who we're not able to take responsibility for their actions or blaming others, you know. Um, so it was somebody who wanted to have all the attention instead of sharing attention, right? With the Two of Wands in the reverse, it talks about an unstable energy, you know, hatching an idea, and the idea may not work out. Um, it's it is a card to rethink your actions and also your intentions. With the Six of Wands upright, it is being in a victory mode, you know, moving in glory. Your personal success inspires others, like somebody has grown up. Or it can talk about expansion and being recognized for your personal talents. It also wants to tell you, you know, not to overlook something. So there's still work ahead, what has to be done. With the Nine of Swords in the reverse, it is, you know, dodging a bullet. It is finding peace. It is being quiet, having kind of like a good long sleep after a lot of drama and tribulations. So at the end, you have your cave time, you survived the iceberg, Cancer, and I see you in the next month, November. So I wish you all the best, a great month ahead. And if you like this video, if it helps you, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I see you in the next one, Cancer. Have a good one. Bye.